Crypto Billionaire 69 coming back at you guys. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. In this video, we are going to do a technical analysis on Dogelon Mars and a quick price prediction to a realistic price prediction to see what what we need to expect in the future. So personally, I am investing at these levels. I've also been investing at these levels, of course, because we've been watching this for the past year. And I'm going to wait until this hits a $20 billion market cap to sell all of my my shares, right? However, on the way up, I will definitely be taking profits and moving them into other things. Alright, let's go ahead and get into the technical analysis. If you guys want daily market updates, go ahead and check out the Patreon. It's the first link in the description. Let's get straight into the video. Alright, this is our fib level. As you can see, this pump here is a very healthy pump. It looks very good. It looks like it can continue going higher. The only thing that has me worried is this right here. As you can see, it came up and then it rejected off the top of these levels around this 3473 level, and then it rejected back down. Let's go ahead and drop time frame, see what it's actually doing here. And so you see it came up here, rejected, and now it's coming back down to retest these. I believe those are the 236 levels. Let's see. Yep, those 0.236 levels here. So this can be a good thing, could be a bad thing. It all depends on how it reacts around these 0.236 levels. If it bounces up, it's a great thing. If it busts through, then we gotta watch, because that means it would be breaking these higher lows, and a potential reverse could be happening here. So as we are pumping, I do think this thing's gonna continue to pump. We have seen, I believe it was like 117 something percent in the last week on Dogelon Mars. So for all of you who have been watching these videos and in the Patreon, go ahead and congratulations, because 117% in a week is not bad at all. And of course, it takes a lot of waiting. A lot of averaging down. If you're up that much, I mean, you might as well consider shaving some off. But definitely, this isn't financial advice, but if I were, I wouldn't sell it all. I'm gonna be waiting until this thing gets the traction that I believe it can get, that it's supposed to be getting. The market cap is where is it? 185 million. Okay, yesterday it was like, or 2 days ago it was like 159, right? So it's growing. I do want to see this hit its first billion, right? And even then, I think we can do a 20x to get those 20 billions. Dogelon Mars is a good coin. We've been following this for a while, and I do think the time is coming where this thing's gonna take some lift off. So even at these levels, it doesn't matter if it's been up 100% in a week. It still has a long way to go, in my opinion. So I will be waiting and hodling, and I'll be here for you guys. Let's go ahead and check out these levels. Okay, we can see it's just higher lows, right? Higher. It looks like it's getting ready. It already has exploded, but it looks like it's breaking down right now. It looks like it's getting ready to explode. Now we gotta keep our eyes on the overall market, of course, but these are the 30-minute candles. We've seen a huge big candle. This green candle will, it can do one of two things: come up here and then drop. It can just drop, or it can engulf this whole red candle back here. If it engulfs it, that means it's going to continue to go higher. That'd be the most bullish case scenario, and probably the best thing in this moment in time. So anyways, let's get into the price prediction. I completely forgot. 20 billion, 20 billion. Right? So if the market cap's at 20 billion, let's go ahead and see the market cap. I hope we can do this. Let's see what price it is. This is $1 billion right here, right? $1 billion. All the way up there. Shit. Alright, so the billion is like right on this mark there. Yeah, no, we can't. I don't know how to see that. What the exact price would be. I know, well, the market cap's at like 200 million now, which means it's like 500 billion or 500 million away, which means it's 2 times what the price is here, or so, or 5 times. Alright, so look at this. Let's just look at this for a second. We're gonna go to all. It has hit $1 billion in the past, okay? So we know it's possible. Dogelon Mars has hit $1 billion. It will hit $1 billion again. It's just a matter of time. It's like Bitcoin, guys. These coins are going to take a little bit to catch up, okay? But once they do catch up, they're going to go insane. Because just from here to here is a 5x, okay? Easy 5x. A little more if you get it now. Even though it's up 100%, it's okay. Especially if you guys have been continuing to dollar cost average in. I know some people that have got in here, right? This is when I started buying, right? And then I sold some off once it spiked and continued to average down. However, if you're still holding all the way back here, it's okay. Just continue to hold because it will pop up eventually. Unless some crazy thing happens, like the developers say, okay, we don't want to make money. We're done with this coin. Screw this. No, it's not going to happen. Most likely. Or we go into a nuclear war, have a nuclear fallout, and crypto's like nothing, you know, some freak catastrophe. This is 20 billion. It will hit this. I genuinely believe it will hit this. I don't know if it will hit this. I don't think it will hit this 20 billion mark this year. However, in the next 3-4 years, I think we have a high possibility of it hitting. Because look, this is just a blip, right? This billion is a blip. Now, once we see this, it will pop up. Could hit these 10 billion marks. Could go up to like 17 something, right? But you got to realize, this is, we're all looking for, I'm kind of like, my brain is all over the place. Okay, we are all looking for the third altcoin, right? The third altcoin that will explode. One that will hit up in these levels, like Shiba Inu did, like Dogecoin did. But you gotta realize, if we do get a third altcoin that hits up in these levels, that means Shiba Inu and Dogecoin will be higher than these levels because they were first. That means Bitcoin will be way higher than where it is now. And the only reason we are able to hit these levels in a smaller coin like this is because more money's flowing into the market, right? So we're probably gonna have to wait until this hits like 150, 200k Bitcoin, until this can hit 20 bill, right? In the meantime, we can always day trade it. Super simple. If you don't know how to day trade, go ahead and check out the masterclass in the description. It's the second link in the description. It'll teach you everything you need to know. But day trading, you can get in and out and like however you're feeling. However you want to do it, whatever the plan is looking like. If you want to trade intraday to where you buy in and then sell in the same day, you can make good money there. If you want to swing trade, where you buy in on Monday, sell on Friday, you can make good money there. It's just about creating a plan, sticking to that plan, and no matter what, stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. If, like, that's the biggest thing I can stress is you have to have a take profit. You have to know where you're going to be going out. Right? So let's just do this here for a second. Let's go to TradingView. We're going to go to day trade time frames. So like, if we were day trading, I would be trading in probably the 5-15 minutes. Oh gosh, these are way smaller than the daily candles. Okay, look. Now the thing is with the volume here is it's growing, but it's not as good. And as we can see, we're creating that lower high. So it's looking, I mean, it's not looking bad. But we also want to, these are 15-minute candles, keep that in mind. We also want to just check this Fibonacci out real quick. I like to do it from the swing low, like all the way low. And do the swing high. So, if we were day trading, we'd take a look at this, right? And we'd want to see what's the most likely chart patterns. What's most likely to happen in this chart right here. So, as we can see, it's continuing to go higher, 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 higher. I genuinely believe the most likely thing to happen would be to bust out through this top within the next a day and a half and continue to push up a little bit, right? And of course, we got to go into the, what it really matters is looking at Bitcoin, right? Because if Bitcoin starts to drop, if Bitcoin's looking very bearish or like is hanging on by a thread, kind of like this, then we need to keep in mind that's going to affect all the altcoins. Bitcoin. Oh goodness, there it is. All right, so it's not looking bad. It's not looking crazy bad. No. It's looking healthy. All right. So that's good. We're all in the green for now. Bitcoin's in an uptrend. There's no reason why this wouldn't break up. All right, so at this time, all right, we have our thesis. It's going to break up. Now it's about, all right, what do we do? Where do we get in? How do we make the best bang for our buck? So what we want to do here is continue to watch these candles very closely because we have our levels. We have our support line here. And we have our Fibonacci line here. We can see it's kind of struggling to break down through that. It's making a double bottom here. And if it comes up above these 3368 levels, it's probably going to start to go back up. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it will end up coming back down probably to these levels here, maybe even to this orange line. That's when I would want to get in, is around these levels, and then hold and watch it explode. And then, okay, we have our thesis, we have our entry game plan there. We got to figure out an exit plan. So where the heck is this going, and when do we get out? All right, so there's two options here. If we get in at that level, I'll go ahead and put this horizontal line here. If we get in around this level here, we have two plans. All right, we have the plan where the shiz hits the fan, and we have the plan where everything goes good and we take our profits. Okay, so first I'm going to start with the shiz hits the fan plan. All right, so when we're making the exit point, we need to look at what is the level that if it goes past this, the likelihood of it doing what our thesis is, the likelihood is under 20%, right? Because right now the likelihood is around 80-90% that it will come back up here, based on the current chart pattern. But if it continues to drop, as it continues to drop, that probability lowers. So we need to have a cutoff point as to all right, this is too much. You know what I'm saying? You're smart. So personally, I would say I wouldn't even technically say if it drops below this, right? But if we're day trading, we're holding this intraday, this is our entry point, and we think it's going to bounce here and break up above this, and then we're going to get out, let's say about here, and I'll show you how I got that level there later. Then I would say if it goes below this swing low here, I would get out. If we're holding intraday, if we're holding for a swing trade, it's completely different entry level, completely different exit level, and completely different take profit level. All right, I want to go ahead and show you guys a quick Alright, so check it. You see this, right? Swing low, swing high. Now this was the very low, right? So we're gonna go swing low. Now this is where our take profit would be. Around this level, okay? Around this level. Oh shit. Around this level. Okay, cool. You got that, right? You see how I got that? You judge the last move, put it onto the new move. And if we're day trading, if I got in now, or when it hits this level, I would take profit here, right? And by the way, this exit point, I wouldn't do it right as it touches this. I would give it some leeway room, probably around 20%, 20-30%, because there are a lot of fake outs. All right, so that's how you come up with a game plan. All right. Now sticking to the game plan is the hard part, because if it comes down to here and it does exactly what you say, it comes down, it bounces, it comes up, you take profit, you're done. That most of the time is not going to happen, and it's the simple truth. But you have to be adaptable. Let's say it comes down here, it bounces up, and then it rejects off this level here, right? If you see it starts rejecting here, and it's going to start to go down, if you see that it's not busting through this level like it was nothing, and there's a lot of selling pressure, then I would sell here. I would sell. Simple. Take your profit and run. Don't wait for it to turn back around and then make new lows in order to gather up liquidity and then break through again. So if it's not going, you have a vision in your mind, and if it doesn't do that vision that you think, just take your profits. Okay? Don't be greedy. Referral. Don't be greedy, because in the long term, this will make you more money than if you were to hold every time, right? And it rejects and you make less money then. You see what I'm saying? Because let's say 50% of the time it rejects. That means 50% of the time where you could have taken your profit, you lost that money. So if you just take your profit whenever it's not doing what you thought it was going to do, like what you envisioned, the only way you can get this like strong envisionment is if you are watching the charts all the time. Now you don't really need that envisionment if you're in the Patreon. I'll just call it out to you, and tell you the levels that you need to be watching. But if you watch these charts for hours, days, months, I've been watching these charts for about 6-7 years now. Crypto, stocks, everything. And you just start to see and understand how the market works a little bit more than if someone's fresh into this, right? Now you can shortcut that way of learning. You can shortcut the learning if, like for example, if you take the MASTERCLASS, you'll understand these market cycles. You understand why the market moves, and you understand how candlesticks work. Like not just the simple stuff, but also the very complex stuff that it takes years to learn of just sitting here and watching these things. And like there's different types of learning, there's active learning, and then there's just passive learning, where you're just like, you check the price every now and then for years, right? And then there's active learning, where you're constantly reading, you're constantly learning, and you're you look at these price levels, and you have the level 2 up, and you're just seeing how every single tick, how every single cent, why it's moving, right? That's what I did for years. Why is this moving? And you can literally see it, like in futures, for example. I traded those for a while, and the futures markets are great because you can see every single person who's putting in an order, every single person who has executed an order, and if they bought it at the bid or the ask, like, it's great. I'm sure you can do that here. It's just not gonna be like it's not going to be. That's more for day trading, identifying support and resistance. We can see this is dropping. So, see that trading view chart? Yeah, see, it's coming down to our our entry level here. I'm going to take this off because I do simply believe it's going to bust through. But if we do see that, you have to be adaptable, especially if you're in the money. If you're in the money, stick to the plan. But if the plan is, the main goal is to leave feeling good. Like, we've all probably been in a trade where you're in it for way too long and you leave, like, you're up, right? And then it comes back down and you're like, oh my gosh, I should have just taken, right? You feel like crap the rest of the day. The goal in trading is to feel good, like, especially if your emotions rely on this and you know you're going to have a crappy day for the rest of the day. It's better to just shave a little bit of profit off, feel good for the rest of the day, and maintain that confidence instead of risking your morals, risking your emotions, and waiting for that extra percentage, okay? Now, eventually over time, as you practice this self-discipline, you will want to test yourself. You'll want to push yourself and allow yourself to see these extra gains. But it's really just about slow and steady growth over time. If you're day trading, I'm talking about day trading at this moment. Day trading / swing trading, short-term trading. Long-term trading it's pretty easy. It's just you gotta understand a few key principles. And those are all in the masterclass if you want to check them out. I'm not going to get into it in this video. Long-term investing is a completely different side of the story. This was a video on Dogelon Mars price prediction, 20 billion, and we just got to see Bitcoin hit that 150, 200K level. We might even get there before that. It just simply depends on how much money's flowing into the markets, because in order to hit 20 billion on Dogelon Mars, we're going to need to... A lot of other coins are going to be skyrocketing as well. So, we will see, my friends. Crypto Billionaire 69. I will catch you guys in the next video. Hope you're having a great day. And leave your questions in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Yeah, the comments are great. The first video I posted in about a year, I saw so many familiar names, and I'm so happy you guys are doing good. Or at least, still here. Like, that's dope. So, I'm happy to see you guys, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them below. Check out the Patreon, check out the Masterclass, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Crypto Billionaire 69 out.